Istanbul is a cultural capital. The centre of three empires, a city that bridges Europe and Asia. But in recent years, it has become the capital of something else entirely. Istanbul is now the hair transplant capital of the world. This city now hosts an estimated 2,000 procedures every day. The pandemic is partly responsible. After 2 years spent inside reflecting on our own reflections, many more are considering taking the plunge. For men in the fortunate position of having a full head of hair, going to a Turkish barber can be a bit of a treat. From the basic short back and sides to the indulgence of a full grooming package, it's one of the few options men have for TLC, to make themselves look good, feel good, and for many that is why hair is worth spending money on. Ihsan makes his living from people having hair, so when his own started falling out, that was a problem. But in Istanbul, getting your hair back is as routine as getting it cut.
Ya saçlarım 23-24 yaşından sonra yani saçların olmadığı zaman daha da yaşlı gösteriyorsun. Daha da olgun gösteriyorsun. Ondan dolayı daha genç göstermek için mecburen ekledim yani. O yüzden.
We've been allowed inside one of Istanbul's clinics, where we meet one man just about to go under the knife. Ali has come here all the way from New York. How old were you when you started losing your hair?
26.
How did that make you feel?
It's just you started losing your self-esteem, and I started wearing more hats. I have a lot of collection.
Why did you choose Turkey for this transplant?
Every time I did a research on it, it shows a lot of people did it in Turkey. You know, the capital of Turkey is not Istanbul no more, it's a hair transplant.
So, how did these procedures actually work? Dr. Kurshat is one of Turkey's leading hair transplant surgeons, and he teaches upcoming students the intricate know-how of replicating hair follicles.
We get the hair from the back part and we're going to transplant it to wherever we need, to the front, to the middle or the crown area. After 90 days, the hair is going to start growing slowly. And the final result is 1 year.
This is big business, already bringing in $1 billion a year to Turkey. And it is a growth industry, of course, booming 12% year on year. That's now inspiring young Turks to give up medical jobs elsewhere for a career change, with working on the COVID ward being the push that some needed to make the switch.
Ama direkt yani hastanede çalışmadan saç ekimi merkezinde çalışmaya karar verdim.
6 yıl boyunca yoğun bakım hemşireliği yaptım. Yoğun bakımda çok iş yapıp az para alıyorsun. Saç ekiminde az iş yapıp çok para alıyorsun.
Since the start of the pandemic, demand for treatments at some clinics has trebled. But coming to Istanbul, I've been told that rise in demand has also delivered a rise in less experienced operators trying to capitalise on the boom. Some of the results don't live up to expectations. And back at my hotel, I get in touch with Anissa in London.
It's not easy day to day in
She came to a clinic here in Istanbul last year and was promised success. Instead, she's been left physically scarred and psychologically distraught.
When I was on the operating table and halfway through the procedure, I sort of had the intuition that something was wrong.
Anissa says she left the clinic and returned to London feeling uneasy, but she was told her hair just needed time to grow. She tells me the reality was they'd over-harvested her follicles, leaving her permanently bald in patches around her head.
6 months went by and I just crashed mentally. Like, it literally, I just became depressed and I started having anxiety and I kept worrying about my hair and I just felt conned. I felt like it was the worst mistake I could ever make in my life, because obviously hair for me, it's a part of my identity.
Anissa has since complained to the clinic, and she says they've offered her a second hair transplant to try and fix their botched job, but she's too scared to return to the place that did the damage. And what we found in Istanbul is many clinics that operate improperly are hidden in plain sight. I've just been in to see one of the clinics here that's had some particularly bad reviews, and I'm not going to lie, it's not at all what I was expecting to see. I thought this would be some dingy room hidden away in the back alleyways of Istanbul, but the reality is it's a huge, glossy campus right in the middle of the city with all of the appearances of being the real deal. I can absolutely understand why anyone coming here would assume that this is a place where you would be in safe hands. But that's a problem with the hair transplant industry in Turkey. You can't assume anything because there's no nationalised regulatory body, there's no watchdog body for you to turn to if things do go wrong. After you've had your hair transplant, when you leave that clinic, you're on your own. We wanted to ask Turkey's health ministry about accountability for substandard clinics.
Yes, please.
They told us to talk to Dr. Erdogan.
Now it will make a 3D scanning of the scalp.
He's president of a worldwide institute focused on cutting-edge hair transplant technology. Lack of enough regulation and the ability to stop people carrying out unlicensed procedures is something that Dr. Erdogan is keen to address.
If you have no license and if they catch you, it's jail. Yes, there's a punishment. But if you ask me if it's working, it's not working in an effective way. Because first of all, to punish people, you have to catch it.
Given this is a billion-dollar industry, is it time that some of that money was reinvested to create a watchdog where people can feel safe?
The health ministry is trying to control it, but
Trying.
yeah, try, but it's impossible.
Is this industry now too big to regulate in Istanbul?
There is not enough person in Turkey to control this. In health ministry especially, how many people can control this? They cannot do anything else. I think the only thing that there should be a united in each country, as maybe a society. So this society should give a guarantee.
If you are thinking of going to Istanbul, Dr. Erdogan has some advice.
First, this is an aesthetical procedure, so you have to care about your health first. Before deciding to go to any clinic, please don't believe every photo that you see on internet.
This health tourism in Turkey might be sold as a simple cosmetic enhancement, but there is no hiding from the reality that this is also a significant medical, surgical procedure, and there's always risk when it comes to going under the knife. People who travel to Turkey on the promise of a life-changing job for the best value must be aware that the price they pay isn't just a few grand less. There isn't the same medical safety net that we might be used to in the UK should things go awry. But that doesn't change the fact that Turkey remains a market leader for a reason, and many, many more people head home happy and hirsute than not. One satisfied customer here is Ali. It's been 2 days since we met him about to go through his surgery. Now, after years of trying various hair treatments, wow! This New Yorker is hoping Istanbul is the end destination of his hair journey.
Of course, I'm throwing all my hair collection, I'm becoming a model next year. God knows, but I'm looking forward to see, my hair. I'm pretty happy that I came to Turkey to do it.